We're given the following quadratic and we are asked to solve for the discriminant. So D right here represents what I call the discriminant. And in a previous video, when we were talking about solving a quadratic using the quadratic formula, we mentioned the discriminant was what lives underneath that square root symbol in the formula, namely b squared minus 4ac. So let's talk about this for a second. If we calculate this d and it happens to be greater than 0, meaning that it's positive, then we can say we have two real solutions. Now if d happens to be a perfect square, we say there are two rational solutions, or two real rational solutions. If d happens to be a number that's not a perfect square, so say a number like 7 or 47, 48, that right there is not a perfect square. We'd have what's called two real irrational solutions. Okay? If we find out that the discriminant is 0, then we have one real, and it would be rational, solution. If we find out the discriminant is negative, then we would say there is no real solution. All right? But later on, when we talk about imaginary numbers and really complex numbers, we'd say that there are complex solutions, and typically two complex solutions is what we would say. But for now, we're limiting our discussion and only talking about real numbers. So what we're going to do is we're just going to find the discriminant here, and we're going to describe how many solutions we have. Okay, so let's see. We've got s squared plus 5s plus 6 equals 0. So let's identify a, b, and c. A equals 1, b equals 5, and c equals 6. So now let's plug it into the discriminant formula. So we're going to say 5 squared minus 4 times 1 times 6. All right, and let's figure out what that is because that's our discriminant here. So what is that? That's 25 minus 4 times 1 times 6 is 24. So our discriminant is 1. So this is our discriminant. Now what can we say about our discriminant? Well, 1 is a perfect square, so we have two real rational solutions. So I can say we have two real rational solutions. Okay, so there's several more examples that you can do, but discriminants are really very easy. All right, you either have no solution, one solution, or two solutions, depending on the value of the discriminant.